Holy crap, was that Chargers-Patriots game bad. Like, I mean, like, so bad. And, I mean, guys, the Broncos, they just completely sold that game. Like, holy crap. And, oh, yeah, the Eagles are frauds. The Niners are, they're God mode. Holy crap, that game was dope. Here we go, guys. Let's go. NFL Week 13. Sunday recap. Here was the play of the day.
Minshew rolling right, throws it back, and it's picked off. Going the other way is Amani Hooker. And Hooker go the distance. 2 for the Titans.
And they usually shovel pass it with your left hand. He decides to throw that overhand. Misses high over the middle of the field. And Amani Hooker just takes that thing back to the house.
Oh, their helmets got caught.
What the hell?
Alaric Jackson saying, I didn't do a thing.
Oh, my God.
My goodness, Lenore with an unbelievable hit, and Swift is slow to get up.
Wow.
And the play whistle dead.
Look at this
Stroud
dude.
getting into it with Alex Singleton.
Wait till you see the...
His teammates coming over to protect him.
If this isn't on Singleton, guess what? Houston's going to come out of it well. That's all he's saying. You didn't need to put your hands on me and push
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the NFL Week 13 Sunday recap. Yeah, I'm going to go through all the injuries, and then obviously we'll get into the first playoffs picture because it is Week 13. We do have some, like, more obviously complicated type of crap because, again, playoff season is coming around. But either way, nothing much happened on the Commanders in terms of injuries. I mean, Brown Robinson Jr. left with a hamstring injury. Of course, they're on their bye week, so that shouldn't be anything crazy. Nothing much for the Titans. I mean, Caleb Farley might be expected to be back for that Monday Night Football thing. That's going to be very crazy. Steelers, we'll see. Yeah, of course, these guys did not practice on Monday. Okay. Nothing much for the Eagles or the Jets. We'll get to Jalen Hurts in a second now. I can keep going up. Nothing much. Oh, wait, Saints. Derek Carr left with an injury. We'll get to him quickly. C.J. Uzomah's MCL. We'll see about that. Patriots are tanking. Saints. Nothing much here for the Dolphins. I mean, Teron Armstead is questionable for the game against Titans again on that Monday night game. Tyler Higbee got concussed. Of course, the Rams have to go to Baltimore, so that would be big if he could play. Nothing much for the Chiefs. Again, some guys got injured. I would say Drew Tranquill leaving is not good with a concussion, but he did leave early, so they might be able to diagnose that faster. Christian Watson, again, they're playing on Monday night as well. There's a doubleheader next week, so just stay tuned for that. Nothing much for the Lions either. I mean, Frank Ragnow, he's basically hurt every week, so there's nothing much to say about that. Mark Cooper did get concussed as well, so stay tuned for that as well. Nothing much, again, for these other teams, though. And moving up, Derrick Henry had a head injury. He's scary. He did leave that game, did not return. So, again, they had play on Monday night. Ryan Stonehouse, the punter, is out. Of course, he got absolutely drilled. I really hope he can get better. As well as Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle, of course, the superstar for the Titans. He's also out, so you won't see him against the in Week 14. He could play Week 15, though. Nothing much, again, for the Niners or the Bucs. Kenneth Walker could be his oblique is questionable. Again, they have a huge game against the in San Fran. Zach Cunningham is questionable, but of course they just picked up Shaq Leonard, if you didn't know. So that will be interesting with that. Tyrod Taylor's expected to return Week 14. I doubt he'll start. They don't like it. He's their backup quarterback, but the way just see how Tommy DeVito does, I guess. But Derek Carr, he's questionable, concussion. He got absolutely murdered on that play. Of course, when they against the Lions, but they're playing versus Carolina. That's a game they need to win. Nothing much for the Patriots. Again, all these guys are hurt. Doesn't matter too much. Again, nothing much crazy here. Javon Holland, of course, he injured his knee. See if he can play against the Titans next week on Monday night. Jonathan Taylor against stealth thumb injuries is out Week 14. Of course, they have to go to Cincinnati for a big game for them because, again, they could actually lose that game. But, again, they're actually in a really good spot right now. I see that Tank Dell, lower leg, is out versus the, Jets. Of course, they have to go there in the Texans. Nothing much for the Packers. Again, Aaron Jones, he's basically been out the whole year. I mean, he's played, but, like, not really. I keep going up, nothing much here. And, yeah, that's really about it if for the injuries, guys. Again, no one's completely injured. I will say, Jalen Hurts did leave the game. I think he came back in, though. So, there's nothing much great there. He'll probably play next week. But either way, looking at the playoff chances, the, Dolphins are the #1 seed in the AFC as of this moment. And they have a very high chance of making the playoffs as all these other teams. Chiefs again. They are in the they actually have a lower sense what is called first round bye. They're at a 19% chance, but if they are able to beat the Bills, I'm gonna say they're still gonna get the 1 seed. So yeah, the Chiefs are still in a decent spot, but they got again losing that game this week did not help them at all. Again, you look at all these teams that are in the wild card picture. The Bills, if they run, there's a chance they run the table, which isn't likely, but again, there's a chance it happens. But yeah, the Bills are gonna have to do a lot here because again, they are 2 game back of these other teams. But the Browns are, I mean, not the Browns, the Broncos. Where are the Broncos? That's kind of crazy. They're 6-6. Whatever. The Chargers are 5-7. They actually have a higher percent chance than them. Steelers, Colts, Browns, and Texans. Those are basically your higher percentage chance teams. But if one of these teams loses next week and the Bills win, yeah, then we can really start talking about that. But right now, these are your 4 lock teams. Again, Texans probably have the higher chance because they're actually the only team that actually has their starting quarterback right now. We'll get to the Steelers, obviously, with that. And honestly, the Bills will probably getting over one of these teams. The Browns, obviously, we'll get to them way later in the video, but they didn't do so well. And then in the NFC, I mean, like, there's really nothing much to say about the division leaders. They'll probably all clinch. Falcons, I don't know what the hell's going on with them. But the Packers actually have a higher percent chance because, again, they're playing really crazy. Wildcard positions, though, I'll just probably get into here. The Rams have a pretty good shot, but obviously the Packers winning games and the fact the Vikings have the head-to-head against the Rams are good for those teams, but obviously the Vikings are reeling right now. Seahawks, they're going to have to figure their crap out because there is a shot they'll be 6-8, and that's not good because they could be even 2 games behind some of these teams. More likely 1, though. That's all I got for the playoff standings, and that's all I got for the injury report, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that part. Oh, yeah, also the tank bowl. The Bears probably going to get that anyway. Let's get in the first game. Yeah, here were the highlights from the Chargers and Patriots game, which I'll recap very quick because that was basically a tank bowl, even though the Chargers are still in the playoffs.
JB here in Foxborough. The weather probably matches the current mood of these Patriots fans. Round so far. Stevenson lit up in the backfield. Football came loose. Who's got it? LA says they do, with Tui Pelotu falling on it. See what Dicker has done. He's been exceptional this season, but difficult weather conditions here. 38-yard attempt. Good snap by Josh Harris.
By either team's wide receivers.
So Dicker hit from 38 earlier. Bang.
He fits really well in this defense.
Here they come. Herbert feeling pressure. Wide open is Johnston. Big catch for the rookie. Hasn't looked back since. 3rd and 12. Tough down in distance here. Herbert throwing on the run. And it is dropped.
A phenomenal season.
And around here, this is Thornton. Thornton breaking free. Thornton. One guy left. Bailey Zappi, 3rd start of his career. Looking to buy some time. Zappi. Oh, the pass broken up and incomplete.
And yeah, like I said, the Chargers did knock out the Patriots 6-0. It's actually the lowest scoring game, if you didn't know, since way back in 2017 in a meaningless game. What is called Week 17. It might have been in Week 18, where the Eagles lost to the Patriots. To the Cowboys 6-0. So with all that said, though, Chargers of course are 5-7. They won 6-0. It was not a very good game at all. They got to play the Broncos at home next week. They're going to have to bring their A game, though, because they're going to get thumped if they don't. Patriots in hand, fall 2-10, lose their 5th straight game. Their longest losing streak since, I think, like 1995, something like that. They are tanking. They want Drake May a lot, but they could actually trade back and still get him. So I'm interested to see what they do in the draft. But right now, again, the Patriots are by far the worst offense in the league, and they are just god-awful. Justin Herbert, he struggled actually in the pocket immensely with some of the pressure looks they brought him. He was not prepared for those. And, I mean, he made some decent throws, but, like, yeah, that's kind of Justin Herbert. The running game was crap. The offensive line did a terrible job up front. No one won any of their blocks. Like, Rashawn Slater was pretty bad. The interior got no push. Keenan Allen was decent, 558, though he did get open. Quentin Johnson, he also got open more schematically, but, yeah, he didn't do a great job. He dropped some big passes. Gerald Everett's been fine. Alex Erickson had a 23-yard game-clinching catch. Defensively, there's really nothing much to say. You guys played your butts off, and it paid off. You had 5 sacks. Your secondary looked good for once, and your linebackers didn't completely blow it in coverage. But the Patriots offense, there's nothing really you can say. I mean, they're just god-awful. Zeke had one nice run. Ramondre Stevenson getting 9 carries is kind of crazy, but I think he left the game. Devontae Parker got open, but, I mean, Bailey Zappi missed him on a lot of his reads, and this offense was terrible. Meanwhile, for this defense, you tried, I guess. You gave them only 6 points, and some of your starters are out there, I guess. That's kind of the difference. Kyle Duggar was pretty darn good, but, yeah, there's really nothing to say against the Patriots, because, again, both teams at least had 250 yards to offense, but, I mean, guys, this game, like, meant nothing, so, I mean, yeah, I guess for the Chargers, but, like, the Patriots are tanking. There's really nothing much to say, guys. This game sucked. And for the Chargers, Austin Eckler, no. This offense, I mean, they scored a couple of points, but, like, that didn't mean anything. Their offense was terrible. I don't know, 8 minuses. Defensively, they didn't get ran over. Derwin was pretty good with his pressures. They didn't, and then not blitz really at all on second and short. I don't know. I'll probably give them like a 10. I know 9 pluses. No, 7 pluses. Again, you're playing the worst offense in the league. I mean, I guess you should be able to do that. But again, a shutout's still a shutout. But guys, the Chargers defense, no, give them 8 pluses because they're terrible too. I'm still surprised they shut them out. But God, guys, this game was it was the worst game. And for New England, who the heck's going to play quarterback? Bailey Zappi did absolutely nothing, but they did do a good job with the tanking. Defensively, they actually did a decent job, obviously, because they didn't give up much at all, so I don't know. I should probably give them 7 pluses for what I saw. There's really nothing much to say about this game, guys. Now let's get the Cardinals and Steelers. Here with the highlights. Again, the game took forever to end. I'll just put it like
CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, Steelers win. 2nd down and 1. Pickett. The time and the throw deep. He's got him. Pickens. Boswell with a 29-yard field goal attempt. He's had a terrific season. And this for the early lead, and right through it goes. 3-zip. Yard try. A little bit of breeze to tie the game. And he does perfectly. And back at the 20. Harris. Plowing, digging, gouging.
I don't think he can finish it.
It is Carter. The hole there. Oh, he's slippery. Look at him go. Carter's got speed. Taken down in the second hit. After the goal line stand. Murray, end zone. That is caught, and that is a touchdown. McBride gets it.
He's ruled out of this game as well. He said nothing changes with Mitchell Trubisky in there.
Jones bobbled it. Oh, look at that ball's loose and recovered on a fumble. A fumble by the new quarterback. It's picked up by the rookie. Second down and goal. Connor again. Here he goes. Flying in for 6.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Chris Boswell has had a terrific season. 45-yard field goal try here, and he misses. 3rd and 1, multiple tight ends. Connor sledgehammering in for the touchdown. Oh, Harris is in. Tight end Washington rearranges. And Trubisky will go to the air, to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Crab. Johnson got it.
the Cardinals go to Pittsburgh and I won't say shock the Steelers, but knock off the Steelers 24-10 as they win their 3rd game of the season. Again, this game got delayed 2 games. It was 2 times. It was really ugly. The Steelers scores fall to 7-5 after the loss, and it was not a game they should have lost, but they did. Of course, we get the Kenny Pickett and all that situation in a second, but the Cardinals do have to are on their bye week next week. Meanwhile, the Steelers, they got the Patriots on a short week, so I mean that game is just bad as it can get, and I really don't. I'm contemplating if I should just do a different video instead of previewing that Thursday night game, because that's going to be the worst game of the season. Like, you think that the Chargers-Patriots game this week was bad? I'm going to say it's going to be a 0-0 game between the Patriots and Steelers next week. That game's going to be so bad. But either way, Kyler was manageable through the air. He didn't do anything stupid with the football, and he didn't really put it in harm's way. But 13 of 23, 145 yards, and a touchdown overall. Also had I think it was like 6 of 6, something like that on that 99-yard touchdown drive. James Conner got it done with 25 carries on 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. The running game was also there with Michael Carter. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot he got cut by the Jets. So when I saw him on the field, I'm like, what the hell? But Trey McBride is really good. 8 for 89 touchdown. He is a legitimate tight end. No one else did anything, though. Marquise Brown got absolutely clamped. He also got, I think, hurt, so that's not good. Defensively, Buda Baker absolutely mauled, Jalen Warren on one play, and Najee really struggled in this game. Jalen Thompson, with one arm, did a decent job. The corners were absolutely outstanding. Keith Clark looked awesome, but, I mean, the linebackers really the stars of these games. Like, they did a really good job of putting guys in the right situations, as well as the defensive line, getting some consistent pressure. For the Steelers, of course, Mitch Trubisky, when he came in, of course, he fumbled that snap, and that was really the way I put it from. Of course, garbage time touchdown. Kenny Pickett has a high ankle sprain, got surgery on it. I think it's probably just like a quick fix because he'll be back in 2 to 4 weeks because they're not making the playoffs if he doesn't play. The running game, like I said, Najee struggled mightily. Yeah, he had 63 yards. He had a couple of decent runs on the first couple drives, but after that, he kind of fizzled out. Jalen Warren, garbage time yards. George Pickens had a couple big plays to start it, then nothing after that. Deontay Johnson got clamped the whole game, but at least he caught a touchdown. And Pat Freiermuth is back, I guess. Defensively, Michael Walker, he didn't miss many tackles. Alex Highsmith was good, 8 tackles, 1.5 sacks. TJ Watt had half a sack, but struggled to get off blocks in the run game. And then Fitzpatrick also had 5 tackles as well. Team stats: the Steelers had more yards, but still didn't have 400, and they turned over the ball once. And yeah, this game was just really slow tempo, and obviously the Cardinals going 10-17 on third down was big for. And for the Cardinals offense, Kyler hitting guys consistently when he steps up, somewhat. I mean, that one drive, the 99-yard touchdown drive he did. The guards need to be able to hold their ground when Kyler steps up, but no, they actually didn't. He did a little bit of running there and also got the ball out pretty quick. James Conner definitely got 20 touches, though. Offensively, again, they only had 282 yards of total offense, but I did like what I saw. I'll give them 4 pluses. Defensively, Jalen Thompson, 785 rating on targets from 12 to 15 over the middle. Here's the thing. I don't think Mitch Trubisky had one pass attempt over the middle in that area the whole game. Buda was awesome. He also, I think, had 2 tackles for loss, something like that. Dante Stills and Cameron Thomas did not have a couple sacks. They did get like 5 pressures combined, so I guess they kind of pulled their weight. Defensively, I'll give them like 5 pluses. They did a good job. I think they could have definitely been better overall, though. No, 6 pluses. Their corners had a good game. Now let's look at this. And for Pittsburgh, Kenny obviously got hurt, so there's really nothing much to say about that. Najee, again, he did struggle, but they did continue to feed him. Jared Pickens, again, struggled after that first quarter because, again, they didn't have Kenny. And yeah, Pat Freiermuth was good off play action. So, I don't know. Steelers offense, garbage time yardage, 4 minuses. But, again, kind of a difficult situation. I do expect you guys to put up some points on the Patriots at least. Defensively, though, keep the Cardinals under 3 big plays. Wait, how many? I'm sorry, they're getting a little off track there. But I swear the Steelers have 3 straight home games. They don't? Alright. They better win this game against the Bengals. Either way, though, that's not it. There we go, back to it. Steelers defense, the Cardinals had like 4 or 5. They didn't do a good job there. TJ kicking out. He was doing a little bit of that, but I do like the fact that they kept him in on some plays, because, again, he did struggle to get off blacks. Definitely, what is it called? When we had to shed blocks towards the inside, because, again, they were trying to set the edge with the corners. It just didn't work out well with that, so I kind of get it, but it wasn't great there. Micah Mason, he wasn't really part of the game plan at all. I mean, like, kind of they took him out of the game, to be honest. Kyler did not exploit any large holes of any sort, so, defensively, I don't know. They weren't great. I'll give them, like, I don't know, probably a minus. They didn't give up too many yards. They only gave a couple big plays. Again, they were just a little inconsistent, but honestly, this defense was okay. They honestly did enough to win, to be honest. No, 2 minuses. All right, that's all I got for the defense. Let's look at the Colts and Titans. Probably, to be honest, the most outstanding game of the day. Or, that's not really saying much, because it wasn't outstanding. Best game of the day.
Beautiful day in Nashville as we get set for an AFC South showdown between the Titans and Colts. They fake it to Henry. Levis on the move. Wide open. Okonkwo at the 30. Still going. Okonkwo. Here's Henry. Derrick Henry inside the 20. Now he's got the 10. He's got a touchdown. 6-yard line of Tennessee. Minshew to the air. Taking a deep shot for the end zone. Pierce. He's got it. Touchdown. Down as Nick Folk comes out from 24 yards away. And he's now made 75 in a row.
Drive that ball down into the seam.
And Henry drives it into the end zone. Titans go no huddle. Derrick Henry making a 7-point game. That game, a good season for these Colts. A pitch to Moss. Back to McKenzie. He swings it to Minshew. Looking deep. He's got Granson. He's got it. Granson at the 10 and down at the 5.
Been their most targeted guy in the red area this year.
Minshew looking his way. Pressure's coming. Minshew steps up. Nowhere to go. And he lost the football. The Titans have it. 6-yard attempt for Gay in his first season with the Colts. And Gay is good. And his kick is good. So an 8. Stonehouse punting for the 5th time today. And that one's blocked. The Colts got it. Scooped up by Stewart. Touchdown. He throws it back and it's picked off. Going the other way is Amani Hooker. And Hooker is going to go.
This is what you want to see for Indianapolis. Depth at the rushing positions. Getting after the pass.
It's loose. Scooped up by the Colts again. From just 28 yards away. Play clock at 1. Gay is good. Second and goal. Levis to the end zone. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins.
Execution by the Titans right there.
So Tannehill holding to give the Titans the lead. And it's no good. Folk misses the extra point. 45-yard attempt for Nick Folk. Out of the hold of Tannehill. Kick on the way. And it is good. Left. Minshew, here's the deep shot, looking for Pierce. He's got it! Pierce at the 5! And down at the 2!
Same look, man-to-man coverage up top.
Second and goal, Minshew going back that way. End zone, touchdown! Ball game! Colts win! Michael Pittman.
And the Colts escape Tennessee, or actually Nashville, where they were able to complete the season sweep over their division rivals with a 31-28 overtime victory. They now win their 4th straight game and somehow move to 7-5 and can move to 8-5 if they're able to go in Cincinnati next week and win that game, of course, against the Joe Burrow-less Bengals. And, of course, the Titans scores fall to 4-8, and what is it now? They've lost like 4 out of their last 5, and it has not been pretty for them, and they should have won this game. But either way, Colts-wise, Gardner Minshew slung the rock. He rarely made bad decisions, and the couple of throws he missed were not too crucial. Some of them were, but he did a decent job. Zach Moss struggled to get off blocks, which is actually kind of weird considering he's a running back, but you watch him run, he's kind of like in the backfield most of the game. Not just struggling to get out of the backfield, like literally get off blocks. The offensive line did not do a good job there, or really protecting Gardner Minshew. They let some guys fly around the edge. Basically, Bernard Raymond and Braden Smith did not have their best games, but obviously the interior did do a decent job. Michael Pittman Jr., 11 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown. He is Mr. Reliable, and he will probably be their #1 receiver for a while, because holy crap, he bailed that offense out on some plays, because he got open, and I had no idea how he did. And also made some big, tough catches. Alec Pierce, 3 catches, 100 yards, touchdown, of course, caught that bomb. That set them up in the red zone. He's a big play receiver who was worth that pick. They took him. I think it was the 2nd round, right? Yeah. When was he picked? 2nd round, yeah. I'd say it was worth it so far. Even though not really. But, what is it called? Outside of that, Colin Gratson made a couple big plays. Of course, one was the flea flicker thing on the jig. Josh Downs was there, but didn't do much after that. EJ Speed, in coverage, he definitely was a little lost at times, but again, they collectively did a good job of tackling guys. I gotta be honest, the communication in zone was pretty terrible in this game, but then again, Julian Blackmon, Kenny Moore, like these guys in the secondary did do a really good job of swarming the football. Jalen Jones, a rookie corner, yeah, he did a good job there as well, making plays. But the pressure was definitely on in this game. I think Nick Cross definitely did a good job in coverage. Again, as a group, they didn't, but he definitely did a good job in man. Theo Odingo bailed out on a couple plays with some pressures. DeForest Buckner had 6 total tackles and half a sack. They did do a good job against the run after Derrick Henry came out, but Jacob Martin also had a sack. I like what I saw from those pressure packages. It's just the fact that I don't think the secondary is really ready to pass off some of these receivers in zone. Because again, I love what it's called. Their DC, he loves to get pass guys on. They're developing, obviously, but they're just not totally ready yet to get into that type of stuff. Titans, though, Will Levis was good, I guess. Not great under pressure. Just kind of, like, bailed after that. Derrick Henry, when he was on the field, he was awesome. Then he got absolutely clocked, and he left. But he had 2 touchdowns. He's kind of back to his old self. Hope he can come back next week because they're going to need him big time. Tyjae Spears, again, don't let this deceive you. Had a couple big runs. He got absolutely mauled in the 4th quarter. He had no chance. Ryan Stonehouse, oh, God. I really hope he gets better because that's brutal. That was a rough hit. And obviously the Colts special teams unit was unbelievable. They had 2 block punts like crazy. Obviously Ryan Tannehill, if you didn't remember, obviously Ryan Tannehill and Nick Folk missed extra point there. But yeah, that's really rough. Their special teams unit gets an F for this game for the Titans. Not like the kicker and the punter, but the rest of the, like, holy crap. DeAndre Hopkins, 5 catches, 75 yards and a touchdown. He was good, but I think he could have been a little more consistent. I'm being honest, don't really care what the other guys did because Chizokonkwo, again, disappeared after the 1st quarter. Defensively, Jack Gibbons was everywhere and 13 total tackles, kind of relied on in the run defense. Azeez Al-Shaair was good scooping up guys, had 12 total tackles and a sack. They did a good job with pressure. The front 7 overall was decent. The secondary could have been better, though. Obviously, Sean Murphy-Bunting got his thumb stuck in Alec Pierce's, helmet, which really looked ugly. Stats-wise, both teams had well over 300 yards, 315 total, though. Titans ran for almost 180 yards. They had the ball a lot longer. They should have won this game, but obviously 63 sacks allowed, a terrible special teams performance, and yeah, you get a loss out of it in overtime. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew was good finding his outlet after 2 to 3 reads, especially when he got absolutely swarmed. They did get the ball to Zach Moss. Quentin Nelson wasn't that good against run blocking, but he was decent. They did not score 35 points. They did score over 30, though, and they did find ways to move the football. So, for that reason, 4 pluses. Defensive, again, they did get helped out by that honestly, 3 pluses. Because, again, I like the fact they can kind of pull through. No, 4 pluses. They did do a good job, but their defense obviously bailed them out, and so I have to bail now. But their special teams obviously was good. So the actual Titans defense wasn't that great. Again, they were getting beat up gashed by Derrick Henry in the first half, and obviously they did not do a good job with communicating those plays. But DeForest Buckner was a beast in this game. They did do a good job covering DeAndre Hopkins, at least in man. So I like what I saw there. Defensively, again, I like the growing overall, but I still gotta give them like 3 minuses, guys. They play like this against another team, they're gonna get absolutely their butts kicked. But good thing they don't have to really play any good teams the rest of the year. Now let's look at the. And for Tennessee, Derrick Henry is going to need to be able to play next week. He did almost 100. He had 121 yards, I think. Yeah, Will throwing 101 yards or 102 yards, something like that. He would have gone over 120 if he actually played the whole game. Will Levis did not throw 2 touchdowns. Andre Dillard winning. No, he might have had. Yeah, he did. Andre Dillard winning from inside out. Instead of keeping. He didn't play. So yeah. They did do a good job in pass pro overall. In my opinion, again, it's just the fact they don't guys who are talented enough to actually do anything. Offensively, they were good, but honestly, I'll actually give them a plus. I actually think they did enough to win, like all things said. Defensively, use the whole field to your advantage on 3rd down. Not really. Elijah Bolden, 80-plus grade in zone. No, they did. Elijah Bolden was really good in this game. 30-plus wins as a front five. Overall, they did, again, good job with that. Again, it was just the fact, again, I think some slight miscommunications. Also the fact, again, Gardner Minshew diced them up on the scramble drill. Can't have that happen, guys. Defensively, I got to give them like 5 minuses. That's all I got for the Titans defense. I mean, in the red zone, they could have been better, too. Time for the Dolphins Commanders. Yeah, this game was probably as expected.
Great young dynamic passers in the game, Sam Howell and Tua Tagovailoa.
Let's do what we came here to do, man. Let's do what we came here to do. Dominate. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Tua lofts it. Tyreek Hill on cue. You're not going to catch him, are you? No. Touchdown. Kick this one. And just sneak it through. Third running back. Oh, he threw it right to Van Ginkel. Goodbye. Another defensive touchdown for the Dolphins. Back-to-back weeks. Can target for McLaurin. Still looking for that first catch. Howell floats it deep. Got a man. It's caught. It's Samuel. It is out of bounds at the 1. It's Sam Howell getting a little push. Here comes a blitz from Washington. Trying to get to Tua. One-on-one. Hill. He found it. He's gone. Another long touchdown for Tyreek. Howell. Nothing downfield. Spins away. Still looking. Finds Samuel. Hill in motion. Give it to Mostert. And he dives in. Touchdown Miami. As they work the clock all the way down. Handoff, Achane, bouncing off of bodies, and he's into the end zone for the score. Clock. Howell, he's got Gibson getting loose. Nice catch by Antonio Gibson down inside the Miami 40 for a lot of folks. Howell escaping, Howell running, Howell with another rushing touchdown. Holistic philosophy and a pretty philosophical dude. Joey Sly's got the big leg. Does he have the accuracy here? He does. Toss play. Achane, another one. Welcome back to the lineup for Devon Achane.
And the Dolphins go into FedEx Field and absolutely maul the Commanders with a 45-15, 30-point stomping. Yep, of course, they moved to 9-3 with their 3rd straight win. They have, they're playing the Titans on Monday night next week. Again, Tyreek Hill, we'll get to him in a minute, but, yeah, he's crazy. The Dolphins did Dolphin-like things. Commanders fall to 4-9. They now have lost, 3 in a row, maybe 4, I think, yeah, 4 straight. Yeah, the Commanders are done, guys. They're I wouldn't say they're tanking, but, pretty close to it. Tua, was awesome, 18 of 24, 282 touchdowns, didn't really make any mistakes. I won't say it was a perfect day, but pretty darn close. Running game was awesome, really, outside of Raheem Mostert having a couple tough carries. It wasn't really all his fault, but yeah, and Jeff Wilson with some garbage time carries. Tyreek Hill, has almost 1,500 receiving yards, and he's only played 12 games this year. I would honestly I wouldn't say I'd be shocked, but I'd be surprised if he didn't hit 2,000 receiving yards at the pace he's going at. 5 catches, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, both over 60 yards. Holy crap, is this guy going to break some records. He did Tyreek Hill-like things to put it short. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches, 52 yards as a good complimentary, and no one else mattered because, again, Tyreek Hill did that. And defensively, they did exactly what you'd expect them to. Get a ton of sacks, just absolutely maul the receivers because none of them are really physical at all, and the linebackers play mop-up role, I guess. Jalen Ramsey basically just sat on the sideline. He didn't have to do anything in this game. Cater K had a little bit of a rough time sometimes against Jahan Dotson, but he did do a good job. The pressure again was there on every snap because again the Commanders can't really sustain blocks well at all. For the Commanders, Sam Howell, of course, threw that pick 6. It was not one of his best games, but I already said it. Like, he'll be their starting quarterback next year, one way or another. He will be. He's shown enough. But, yeah, not a great game by him. Probably his worst game in, like, 3 months, to be honest. He hasn't looked this bad in this, at least, like, stat-wise, since probably week 3. Running game wasn't all that special. Sam Howell at least ran for 2 touchdowns. Of course, they've got to get – they're on the bye week next week. They really need that. No, I don't even want to talk about this. Terry McLaurin didn't catch a pass. He's been almost as disappointing as Cooper Kupp this year. Defensively, everyone was trying, I guess, but they have absolutely no one who can cover anyone. Cameron Crowe's a bona fide linebacker in this game. He kind of gave up by the third quarter, to be honest. Like, you can't just have him in the secondary expecting to make all the plays, because he is not a cover safety. You got to realize that about him. He's not. And when he's the only guy who can kind of cover, it's a problem. And obviously up front, they're just absolutely effed. So there's nothing much to say there, and obviously the linebackers can't cover either. Stats, though, 400 yards of offense to whatever the hell that was. Ball longer, pick 6, yeah. And for the Dolphins, yeah, obviously came down to big plays, but Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle didn't have that many targets, but they had at least 12. Again, Tua did get the ball really quick. Raheem Mostert, did he get a touchdown? I think he did. Dolphins offense, no, I don't even know if he did. I think he did. Did he have a touchdown? Oh, he had a touchdown. Okay, we're good. Oh, that's the wrong game. There we go. Offensively, I mean, it was picture perfect. 7 pluses. Again, maybe a little better on third down, but that's about it. Defensively, they didn't buzz actually that much, and it still worked out. The Dolphins corners did a really good job against those guys. I mean, yeah, Cater K had a couple plays where he could have done a better job. On scramble drill, but outside of that, I mean, you can't really blame too much. Yeah, defensively, again, they didn't get too much pressure up in the interior, which I'm surprised by because Christian Wilkins is that good, but they did like triple team him, so I don't know. Defensively, it was a pretty typical game. I don't know, 4 pluses. Yeah, probably because they got such a big lead. Now let's look at the Alright, my bad. For the Commanders, they didn't run the ball that many times. Sam, he did not, no, maybe, no, probably not. John Dotson got absolutely mauled, and then none of the tackles did anything. Offensively, it was basically kind of not really what I expected. I don't know, 5 minuses. Defensively, they got torched, but they did not give up 70 points, so I'll give them something for that. Now let's look at the Falcons and Jets, guys. Yeah, right in the...
At the Meadowlands as they get set to take on the productive head coach Arthur Smith called him the best.
Second down and walked down to the end zone for a Jets safety.
Nielsen, he has put it all together for this Falcons defense.
They're still without A.J. Terrell. Here's Dalvin Cook. Ball loose. Ritter to the end zone.
Along with Wilson.
1st and 10, flea flicker. Boyle's pass is caught by 27-yard attempt from the left hash. Pinion will place it down. Straight through from Koo. Team in his second start as a New York Jet. Fires downfield, and it's Garrett Wilson who makes the catch.
To be more aggressive.
Here's Herline, 46-yard attempt. Jets pulled to within 2. Missed only 1 field goal attempt all season. He's 23 of 24. And this one is good. 2nd down and 9. Play fake to Cook. And now Boyle looking for Wilson. It's intercepted.
Or do we try to start taking shots?
Fake to Dalvin Cook. Simeon hits and throws.
I think that's a fumble.
Loose. Falcons recover. Simeon on 1st down. This pass on the sidelines is caught in front of the Falcons bench by Xavier Gibson. Simeon under pressure, hit on 3rd down.
Ball's out.
Comes loose. Off the hit by Arnold Ebiketie.
And the Falcons go into MetLife and escape with a 13-8 ugly win. Do not ask me how the hell they're 6-6, but they are. They got a big game against the Bucs next week to maintain control of the NFC South. But yeah, they're 6-6 on the year with their second straight win. Jets fall 4-8 with their fifth straight loss, and they continue to suck. Desmond Ridder did absolutely nothing special. He missed the last throws, probably should have thrown a pick six. Did his normal stuff, but at least he didn't turn over the football. Running game. I mean, just watch the first play where Ashton Davis, who if you didn't know is a little bit of an undersized strong safety, just absolutely kills. I don't even know who that was. Was that Tyler Conklin? Whoever was blocking him, holy crap, he got absolutely pancaked. And obviously Bijan got in there for the safety. Tyler Algier, basically the same type of thing. Kyle Pitts, they actually threw it to him like at least 7 times. So I'm good with that. Drake London had a really rough time against Sauce Gardner, who looked by far his best of the season. Michael Pruitt also randomly caught a touchdown. Defensively, Jesse Bates is probably the best safety in the league right now. 7 tackles, a pick. And yeah, he's crazy. Kane Ellis at 6 tackles, did his normal stuff. Jeff Okudah was good on the outside. D'Alford at least was physical, even though he got beat a couple times. Clark Phillips had 4 tackles, a couple bad penalties, though. Bud Dupree also had 2 sacks and a sack from Richie Grant on a blitz. And Arnold Ibikiti with some finesse moves. But it wasn't even finesse moves. That was probably like a slide step. It was something weird. It looked funky. I don't even know what to call that. For the Jets, though. Tim Boyle did bad, and they brought in Trevor Siemian, and he did a normal type of stuff. They don't have a quarterback, guys. It's simple as that. Dalvin Cook had fumbled, but he did have some decent runs. And they knew he was getting the football. Xavier Gibson had a couple nice catches. Garrett Wilson had 1 big catch. That was about it, though. Of course, Tyler Conklin didn't really look like he could block, but Jeremy Ruckert had 1 nice catch. Defensively, they get to get a safety, and they did all but you'd expect from them. Outside of that 1 touchdown they gave up, Jermaine Johnson had 1 half sacks. Jefferson had 1 half sacks. I mean, the secondary was great as well. There's nothing much to say. I mean, they did a really good job, but obviously with that type of offense, you can't really win many games. The Falcons had under 200 yards of total offense and still won somehow. That's like ridiculously bad. 3 turnovers for the Jets isn't exactly good, though. I think one of them was in their opposing territory, so that kind of explains that too. But yeah, I don't want to talk about this game. For the Falcons, Desmond not throwing pick 6. He didn't. They did not run the ball that many times, but they tried to. Kyle Pitts was good on blocking somewhat. Matt Collins not missing blocks. He missed 2. And up front, it's got to be decisive on stretch designs. No, that was a really bad whatever the heck you want to call that. But offensively for the Falcons, they were pretty bad. Probably like 6 minuses. They didn't turn over the football, so it won't be worse. Defensively, Jesse Bates with another pick 6. Nobody had a huge pick. Jeff Okudah, I wouldn't say he was super physical. It's just like he was more aggressive. AJ Terrell with an over-the-shoulder interception. No, but he did make it hard on them. And obviously, Calais Campbell did have some big plays on Tim Boyle. So, defensively, they did their more stuff. 6 pluses. Time for the Jets. Never mind, I'm giving the Falcons 5 pluses because I just realized they're playing the Jets. And they didn't do anything. I don't know. Minus. Defensively, make Desmond break the pocket and throw off his back foot on 3rd down. They actually didn't do that, but I mean, Quincy Holmes got back to his all-pro stuff from earlier in the year, and CJ did get the first shot in terms of when they were their run fits. But overall, Jets defense did exactly what I expected them to. But 7 pluses because I mean they could have gotten another turnover. So I'll go for the Jets, guys. Now let's get into the first doubleheader game, Lions and Saints. Yeah, this game got down to the wire, and it definitely shouldn't.
And Campbell makes his return to New Orleans. The Saints in first place as well at 5-8-3, but then you zoom in a little bit. They have not this.
It's amazing how the perspective hits.
Inside the Saints 40. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs, his first touch of the day, and Gibbs has room, breaking it to the secondary. Gibbs explodes and makes it 1st and goal. Here on 1st and goal, it is Montgomery, and it's a Detroit Lions touchdown on the first drive.
Between the 20s.
Looking downfield, first play, coverage tight, and so he checks it down. It's intercepted off of Jawan Johnson's hands into those of Brian Branch. Defense that was so good early on this season, trying to get back to that. They rushed just 4 on 3rd and 6. Goff lets it rip. A touchdown to Laporta. Out of an empty set. Goff given all day. Over the middle, Amon-Ra St. Brown. What a start for Detroit. Far 2, here's Hill. On the quarterback draw, standing on his feet, tripped up in midfield. 2nd and goal. Carr has Graham and a touchdown. 2 catches this year, both of them touchdown. And he's got the chip shot. The 2. Kamara straight ahead for the Saints touchdown. Listen, I love this offense thing. The snap to Taysom Hill. He's stacked up at the goal line. Does he finish through? He does. Keeps it that way and sends this game to the fourth quarter. It's a guy they didn't know if they'd have. He had a concussion last Sunday, hardly practiced. Ball's on the ground, and the Lions have it. It's a fumbled snap. End around and a reverse. Here comes Jamison Williams. Explodes to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And on third down and 13, where field goal doesn't do you a whole lot of good. This is tipped and caught. On second and goal, 7.5 left. Kamara, he's in for the Saints touchdown. They will. Off play action. He's flush. He's hit. He got rid of it for a first down.
And the Lions hold on in New Orleans to knock off the Saints 33 to 28. Obviously they scored 21 points in the first quarter. Got up, 21-0. Then 24-7, and almost blew the lead at the end of it because Jameis Winston pulled off some shenanigans. But they moved to 9-3 with that bounce back win. They are playing the Bears next week on the road. That could actually be a sleeper game. Saints 5-7. They've lost, what is it now, 3 in a row. They're just not a very good team, guys. But they're still somehow in the playoff race, and honestly, they actually look better than they did after last week. So, Saints, you don't have to be super down even though you've lost 3 in a row. You should be able to win next week. Wait, who the heck are they playing? Let me think. They are playing. Oh yeah, definitely, they're gonna be fine. They're playing the Panthers. All right, Jared Goff was decent, 16 of 25, 213 touchdowns. Obviously, that flip, whatever the hell you want to call it, to Josh Reynolds, who of course had the biggest catch of the game. Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't much of a I don't even know. Why did they only give him 11 touches? I really don't get that. I mean, the screen they had to him was not good. And he also missed a couple holes. David Montgomery really struggled again. I want to get off blocks what is it called? Who was it? I'm just completely blanking on it. But similar to that guy, why am I just blanking on it? Whatever. Zach Moss. But he had 56 yards and a touchdown. Jameson Williams also had that 19-yard, reverse. Sam Laporta, 9 for 140 touchdown. He was monstrous. And, Amon-Ra St. Brown zoomed in for a touchdown. Defensively, Tracy Walker was menacing. 7 tackles. Jack Campbell missed tackles, but still did a decent job in coverage. Jerry Jacobs made a couple tip drill plays, but not all of them landed in his favor. Kirby Joseph had 5 tackles, Brian Branch 7 tackles, and of course a big interception. Romeo Core had a sack, Bruce Orvin had a sack, and none of the guys you'd expect to play well played well. Saints, Derek Carr got killed and didn't look great when he was on the field, but he did make some big throws on third down and was very efficient. Alvin Kamara, not exactly efficient, but he did have 2 touchdowns, and this offense was good in the red zone. Taysom Hill got a lot of carries for whatever reason, 59 yards and a touchdown. Chris Olave, 5 for 119, was very explosive. A.T. Perry had 1 big catch, and Jamie Graham also had a touchdown. Jameis came in, did his shenanigans, and almost lost them the game, and then he actually lost them the game. Defensively, I'm not going to really say much. They did definitely a good job up front with getting team, pressure by the team, but I'm going to be honest, their scheme's so effed up right now, I really don't know what to say, because they don't have a single guy that at all in this game that was set up for success after the catch. That's how I'll put it, because Dennis Allen's basically assuming they 0% completion allowed. But, Saints had 360 yards, normal type stuff. They outgained teams, still don't get it done in the red zone, but at least they were decent on third down, 6 of 12. And they had, again, the 2 big turnovers, though. And, they just couldn't overcome that 21-point cushion that the Lions were able to get on them. But they at least kept it close. So, beat the Panthers next week, and you're probably going to be first in the division somehow. And for the Lions, 70+ run plays in first down. They definitely got leaned into it. Jared Goff didn't fumble. Taylor Decker was okay, but he definitely didn't have a stable base. Amon-Ra St. Brown only had 2 downfield. They were trying to get him underneath, and obviously didn't always work. But offensively, they did their thing. 5 pluses, 33 points, bounce back, all that stuff. Defensively, somebody's got to help out. Aiden Hutchinson was trash in this game. He did not win really any matchups at all. He struggled big time without, that scissor move he, absolutely loves. They were, Ryan Ramczyk absolutely, just took that away from him. Kirby Joseph didn't have a pick 6, but of course they made some big plays. I don't know, offensively they did do a decent job. I just think they could have been a little better. I'll probably give them 2 pluses though. Now let's talk about the Saints. No, never mind. I'll give them a minus because they didn't play super well. Either way though, for the Saints, 4+ red zone touchdowns. They actually might have. I think they did. Rashid Shaheed on 4+ big plays. He wasn't even part of the game plan at all. Alvin getting in the end zone 2+ times. He got in twice. Offensively, I'm going to be honest, 5-4 bosses. Probably would have been higher if Derek Carr stayed in. Defensively, either don't give up 30 or, yeah, basically they didn't do either of those things, but they did kind of shut out that Lions offense in the second and third quarters, which I guess is good. So, I don't know, this defense kind of blew it in the end, probably 4 minuses. It kind of just evened out for like an average performance, which is not going to get you to beat the Lions. And that's all I got for the Saints. Let's get right into another national game. Yeah, and for CBS single week, they definitely did a good job picking this one as the national one.
It's the NFL on CBS today, live from Houston, Texas. The Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans, both in our action at sport.
That would be it.
That down.
You're on the couch.
Done.
Stroud, open man, Brevin, Jordan takes it to the outside. And less than a yard. Instead, it's an Amendola field goal attempt of 29 yards. And at the 22. Fake the handoff. Stroud. Home run ball for Stroud downfield. Nico Collins goes down to get it. The drive, 2nd and goal for Houston. It's a give for Pierce, trying to power his way in. Pierce goes low for the touchdown. That's the mentality we have to have collectively. 3rd and 6. Stroud, jab step, downfield. He hits Nico Collins. Or Amendola. He's been with the Jets, Kansas City, Arizona. And the kick is good. Lutz. He's got it. Amendola. Get it played for him and then started reaching out. Wilson. Step. Throw. Lets it fly. Caught. Cortland Sutton. This is a 3rd and 13. 5 defensive backs. Stroud. In trouble. Stroud loses the ball on the fumble. And it's free. Oh my God. There you go. On 1st down from the 20. And that one intercepted. Wilson turns it over. Steers. Fake the handoff. Stroud looking. Stroud. End zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Collins.
Way late.
Single setback. Williams. Fake the handoff. Wilson. Step. Downfield. Delivers. It's caught by Judy. Jerry Judy trying to fight. 1st and goal. Wilson takes it for the touchdown. Get the snap off Wilson. Step and throw. Intercepted. Sutton, the intended receiver. Backfield on a 4th and 1. They give it to him, and Williams will get it. Barely. Shotgun for Wilson. Wilson steps up. Wilson trying to run. He's got the 1st down.
Get it off
Wilson
me!
In trouble. Avoids it. Rifles. Intercepted. Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans escape versus the Broncos with a 22-17 win. Of course, big game. Both teams came in at 6-5, 8-9 in the seeding for the playoffs. But again, the Texans were able to prevail, moving to 7-5, which is absolutely nuts. Again, coming into the season, but the Broncos, 5-game winning streak was snapped. Russell Wilson threw 3 picks. The first one was bad, like a terrible throw. The second one was just a great play by Derek Stingley, who we'll also get to in a minute. But, 3 picks is not good from Russ. He only had 4 coming into the game. But he did have 186 yards in that moon ball of a touchdown. The running game really struggled to really just get ground at all. So, I mean, there's nothing really much to say after that. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 77-yard touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, I guess, was there in, like, the second half. But, I mean, like, they did absolutely nothing in the first half, guys. Like, 3 points. Come on, guys. It wasn't a good game from this offense. Defensively, Alex Singleton was just a bona fide, like, bruiser in this game. 12 tackles, a sack. P.J. Luck also had 8 tackles and a sack. Jonathan Harris had a sack. Zach Allen had half a sack, 6 tackles. Of course, that big one. Patrick Tan was really good, 5 tackles. Yeah, the corners definitely had a good game. Texans, C.J. Stroud was really good. Overall, 16 of 27, 274 and a touchdown. The running game wasn't good, but, I mean, Devin Singletary should be getting a lot more carries than Dameon Pierce because he's simply a better running back. Nico Collins proves he's a number 1 receiver. Again, he's inconsistent, but that was a monster day. 9 for 191 and a touchdown. Simply just gets a ton of separation at times. Brevin Jordan also had 64 yards and, of course, that big catch. But offensively, it really wasn't the story of the game. It was actually this defense. Though, of course, forced 3 turnovers. Jimmy Ward, had the game-winning interception. But Jalen Pickett with 6 tackles. Desmond King with 9 tackles from the corner spot. Christian Harris with 6 tackles. Again, the second-year player. Denzel Perryman really came into it with 6 tackles. Obviously, the biggest, though, what is it called? Will Anderson Jr., 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 8 pressures. It was his coming out party in this one. Jonathan Garner probably with the biggest sack of the game. And Derek Stingley Jr. looking a lot more like the Jalen Ramsey comp because those 2 picks were ridiculous. I mean, the second one was ridiculous. The first one was awesome, though. Derek Stingley Jr. was unbelievable in this game. Team stats. Texans had almost a bit, 70 more yards. Again, the 3 turnovers for the, I'll be honest, yeah. 11 on third down, 3 interceptions is probably the big difference, to be honest. Even though the Texans were like 25%. But the Broncos have to go to LA next week. That's going to be a tough game, but they should be able to win it. Texans on their hand. They got the Jets. Please don't lose that game. Like the Elias lost to the Panthers. And for Denver, Russ not trying to do too much. He did too much. Look out for Derek Stingley Jr. if you're Jerry Cortland. They did not, and they got killed. Javonte Williams was okay. He just didn't get, nothing really happened, so I'm not too mad about it for fantasy. I don't know. Broncos offense simply just sold, so I'll probably give them 5 minuses. They just did not do enough in that second half. But meanwhile, this defense, yeah, they were still in the game. That's good. This defense held them in it, which is really all you got to ask for. Zach Allen really did evolve. He did use a lot more chop moves instead of, just speed to power, which, again, worked out well for him. So, eventually, they kept him in the game. That's, like, simple as it gets. So, I don't know, 3 pluses. Tied for the Texans. For the Texans, he just finishing drives in the pocket sometimes, not always. Robert Woods playing the slot and moving outside for Tank Dell. Again, he got hurt, so that just kind of, blew that up. Damon Pierce did not, he had 1 nice run, so I guess you could count that as an angry run. Not as good as the one he had against the Jags last year, though. Texans offense, I don't know, they were okay. They did their thing, 3 pluses. Defensively, obviously, Derek Stingley was absolutely awesome. Steven Nelson, was decent in zone, and obviously Will Anderson had his big game. They did absolutely what I asked them for, 8 pluses. All I got for the Texans, guys. Time for the Panthers and Bucs, of course, getting in the late afternoon windows now. Here were the highlights.
We hit the month of December here in Tampa, Florida, where the round-robin tournament that is the NFC South continues as the
On third down, Mayfield to throw. Mayfield looking to the near side for Evans. He's got it. And Evans is knocked out of bounds inside the 10. Outside of the offensive line, they go to White, and White lowers his shoulder toward the goal line. And he is
in a pile.
Yes, he is. In. Touchdown.
Any yards, they might go for it on fourth down. Because he makes the play in the backfield, they lose yardage. They got to kick the field goal.
Yeah, they converted 15 fourth downs this year. We're going to have to Google that one, James. That's a good one. Mayfield, he's got Evans open. It's up for grabs, and it is intercepted. Xavier Woods. Bryce Young looking to the near side. He's got Mingo wide open inside the 25, and he's out of bounds. They give it to Hubbard again, and Hubbard is toward the goal line. He dives forward. This time he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. And Mayfield looking to throw on first down. Has Evans into the open field. And Evans has 1 man to beat. Inside the 10. Dives toward the pylon. He's out of bounds. It's Godwin. Godwin's going to take it. Godwin's going to get the first down. He slips a tackle inside the 5 toward the pylon. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nope. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Throws from midfield. Looking for Chark. And Chark's got it. It's a first down and more. It's Hubbard, and Hubbard to his right toward the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. Young will throw on fourth down. He's directing traffic for Thielen. Thielen he can't get it. It's intercepted.
And the Bucs, almost lose to the Panthers. They won, but they are able to win 21-18, and they do still have a shot to win their division at 5-7. But this was a game they did lose. Yeah, tanking talks might start. Panthers fought at 1-11. They're the worst team in the league, but they did at least compete, which I guess is good. Bryce Young missed the game. I won't say game-time touchdown, but he would have definitely got a big gain. That in Adam Thielen, who he absolutely missed at 8 throws. Bryce Young, guys, he's broken. I'm sorry, so many missed reads in this game. It was an issue, but had some really nice throws to DJ Chark Jr. Jonathan Mingo had a good game. He's really coming to his own. I think he'll be a good guy the rest of the year. This running game finally got going. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard, 84.2 isn't the best yards per carry, but it's far better than they had all year. Miles Sanders has just been god-awful this year. 140 yards and touchdown stuff for Chuba. They did do, they honestly did a really good job in that beat gap. What is called running the ball there. Again, they did run some different types of, That's all I'm going to say. They did run some nice motions just for Bryce to honestly find receivers, but again, checking into those runs really helped for Chuba as well. Defensively, they were good. I think actually definitely did a decent job. Marquise Hansen 7 tackles in the sack. Against the run, they were decent. Against some lapses on the what is called setting the edge, especially again out to the tackles. But they did do again. It's just the fact they don't really have a corner who's like that great right now. J.C. Horn, he was on a pitch count, but he still made 5 tackles. Frankie Louvu had his best game of the year. Troy Hill got absolutely burned for that 75-yard touchdown. Yeah, I'm happy the Rams got rid of him. Even though again he was good in 2020. Dante Jackson, he's burnt toast. He's slower than he's ever been, which is saying something because again this dude was one of the fastest players in the league back in 2019. Honestly, probably been 2021. Xavier Woods had an interception, but again, I like overall this defense did a decent job, but there's no ignoring the fact that again they just weren't good coverage as a team. Baker missed a lot of throws. We had 202 yards, touchdown, interception. I would say he missed a lot of throws. The defense did make it tough on him. Shad White, 4.2 yards for carrying a couple of really nice outside zone runs, 84 yards and touchdown overall though. Chris Godwin also had a 19-yard reverse. Or it was a jet sweep, something like that. Mike Evans, 7 for 162 touchdown monster game. He is over 1,000 yards for again the record and straight season to start his career. He is a Hall of Famer. There's no doubting it. Defensively, they were there, I guess. They didn't have to actually do too much. Again, that big interception from Antoine Field Jr., best game of his season so far, 8 tackles and a sack. They didn't have a linebacker, so I mean that's kind of an issue, but they did do a good job at getting what is called individual pressure. 322 yards from the Bucs and 282 for the Panthers. Again, that one big turnover, but again, the Bucs did turnover on that duck of an interception thrown by Baker Mayfield. 4 sacks taken. Again, for Bryce Young is not great. Again, 3rd down, 3 more. A little bit of a difference, but again, the Bucs are just a better team, guys. And if the Panthers going to New Orleans next week, if they don't want to get blown out, they're going to have to score more than 20 points probably. But defensively, on offense, again, it was a lot of missed opportunities, but the run game at least was there, so I'm going to be honest. I'll probably give them 4 minuses for that. Defensively, Brian Burns was okay, but Mari Brown was not. He definitely struggled. Dante Jackson, he's burnt toast. Frankie Louvu making some type of impact in coverage. No, just made some tackles, I guess. Defensively, though, I didn't love the way they played overall, but they did have one of their better games of the year, to be completely honest. Again, just some of those big plays. I'll give them a minus, though. Now let's talk about the Bucs. And for Tampa, Baker running around to find a receiver instead of just running. No, he did more of that. He did actually probably stayed in the pocket more. Rashad White was okay, and obviously Chase Edmonds was not part of the game plan either. Offensively, they were meh, probably 2 pluses. Defensively, have Levante David help out with pulling guards. No, not really. He didn't play. Jamel Dean was decent in coverage. Antoine Winfield Jr. again, probably his best game of his season so far. Bucs defense wasn't at all perfect by any means. Their run fits were pretty bad. Again, they didn't really have a linebacker, so with all that credit, I'll give them 4 pluses because they definitely did a good job, better job than I actually think they would have. So 4 pluses. Time for the Browns and Rams. Here are the highlights from this game.
Is trying to keep things going for Los Angeles. His counterpart on the other side getting his first action in a long, long time. You know the Flacco kids are watching. Just trust us. Your dad didn't say any of you were bad at all.
Halfback.
Wide open. 4 down the sideline. He's got it. It's a touchdown. Eversick, who was signed off the Browns practice squad in late October from 44, just sneaks it through. 2nd and 1. Stafford. Over. Nakua on the run. Puka Nakua turns on the afterburners. Touchdown. 70 yards. 43-yard try. And the field goal by Havrasik is up. And it is no good. The single back. Off the play action. Flacco wants to go deep. He's got a man out there. It's Elijah Moore. And Moore, is he inbounds? Yeah. Yard try now for Dustin Hopkins. He leads the NFL in made field goals this year. And Hopkins with his 29th 28-yard field goal try for Havrasik. Snap and hold good. The kick is up, and it is good. 24-yard try from Hopkins for the tie. 5:02 to go in the 3rd, and the 24-yard field goal attempt. Nakua in motion. He'll get the handoff. And Nakua to the edge. Puka with the speed again, and Puka Nakua. Up in motion. The fake. Stafford looking to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, DeMarcus Robinson. 1st down and 10. Under 10 minutes to play in the 4th. It's Strong, the running back. He will run it. He'll cut up field. Strong with a burst. Inside the lineman in again. Play action. Flacco looking for Bryant. Floats it to the tight end at the 5. Into the end zone.
Easy touchdown. Another touchdown pass for Joe Flacco.
Nope.
Extra point is no good. 21-yard line on first down, off the play fake again. Flacco will step up, pressure coming, heaves it to the sideline, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
Non-conversions on third down. Got Puka 1-on-1.
Couple motion down that direction as well. Stafford looking, throws. Cooper Kupp with the Rams touchdown. 4th and 5. Flacco over the middle, incomplete. Hands to get a touchdown, and now Kyron Williams into the end zone for his 7th rushing.
A little bit better each week.
Flacco in trouble, and Flacco is down. It's a safety, and it's Aaron Donald.
Yeah, the final score doesn't indicate how this game went, but the Rams borderline, they beat the Browns by 3 scores. 36 points they put up against the best defense in the league. I forgot, how many yards did the Colts and Browns put up back in week? This game was crazy. Yeah, the Colts definitely had more yards than the Rams. But that was probably the Rams' most impressive performance of the year. No, it wasn't. But the Rams did, again, explode in the fourth quarter with 16 points. Yeah, the Browns cut it to a 1-point game, of course, where Dustin Hopkins could have tied it up and very well, honestly, gave the Browns a chance to win this game. But then, obviously, the Rams went down, scored a touchdown with Cooper Kupp, and then obviously scored another touchdown with Kyron Williams, and then, obviously, they had the safety to end it in garbage time, basically. The Browns lose their second straight, so fall to 7-5. They got a date with I wouldn't even call it a date, to be honest. Well, they're going to play next week. I got to think about this one. How am I blanking? They're playing the, they're going to Jacksonville. That'll be interesting. Rams, they got the Jags have 3 straight home games against AFC North opponents. Because they got the Jags tonight. They've got, not the Jags, the Bengals tonight. They got the Browns next week. Then they got the huge, massive, and I mean massive, Sunday Nighter in Week 15. Because honestly, that could decide the number 1 seed. But yeah, they're 7-5 on the year. Obviously, the others, Rams win their 3rd straight off the bye. Move 6-6. They got a showdown in Baltimore next week. And if the Rams really want to see what type of team they are, they got to go into Baltimore and not get killed. Because if they don't get killed, maybe, I don't know, maybe they have a shot. But yeah, that game's going to be ugly. Joe Flacco diced up the Rams a little bit. He did miss a lot of throws. You could definitely see the rust. And just the fact that, again, he hasn't really been a Browns quarterback that long. 23-44, 254, 2 touchdowns, interception. But there's no denying he can still sling that rock. Running game was as expected. They got absolutely stuffed. Because, again, Kareem Hunt, at least 4 yards per carry, I guess. Elijah Moore was definitely the receiver getting the most separation. He had at least 5 routes from, Jesus, he had at least 10 yards of separation, something ridiculous like that. Mark Huber, of course, got hurt, but he did drop 3 passes. He's been, I would say, broken this year, but he's not been the same guy. Harrison Bryant was pretty frustrating, 5-15, a touchdown overall. Jerome Ford, of course, got a touchdown in the first drive as well. Defensively, they didn't look good at all. They didn't get a sack. They did get pressure. I'll give them that. They did at least double Cooper Kupp and make it hard on him, and the Puka Nacua really diced them up, and that defense has been trash on the road this year, which is kind of crazy considering they've been one of the best defenses in the league. Rams, Matt Stafford has been on fire the past 2 weeks. Yes, again, throwaways and deep shots are really where this completion percentage comes from. But he had 279 yards and 3 touchdowns. No denying he had a good game. Running game, Kyron fought, and he still got over 4 yards per carry and had a touchdown. Great game by him. Puka had a nice run, almost had another one if Demarcus Robinson, who I'm not going to take anything away from, but of course had that holding penalty. But Royce Freeman needs to be a bigger part of the offense next week. Holy crap, 1 carry is inexcusable, but they will run the ball more next week. Demarcus Robinson, though, 4-55 and touchdown. Of course, had 2 huge plays in that drive that set the Rams up, to respond to that Browns touchdown. Puka, 105 touchdown, got hurt. Of course, had the 70-yard touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 6 catches, definitely his high since, I think, week 6. 39 yards and touchdown. He's going to, I don't know what it is with Cooper Kupp this year. He is not the same receiver. There's no, I'll be completely honest there, guys. He's not running the same routes. He's not breaking out of the routes. There's not the same juice from him. He's just not the same player, which is actually okay because he doesn't need to be that guy anymore, which I guess is good. Of course, 2021, we wore him into the ground. 2022, we basically made him into a nub. And this year, he's basically just a shell of his former self. And he's really banged up. So that's kind of what I got there. Tyler Higbee got hurt, but he had a pretty good day before that. Ernest Jones is huge for us. Give him the contract, 15 total tackles. Byron Young, Jordan Fuller were both good. This whole defense did a decent job. I guess. I know. In coverage, there's a lot to be happy and not good about. Derrick Henry, super inconsistent in this game. Kobe Turner is going to be our franchise D tackle for a long time. John Johnson, again, super consistent, but he still had 6 total tackles and a big interception. So, with all that said, I got the fact the Rams defense is really inconsistent, but they were able to hold the Browns to 19 points, which again isn't really saying too much. But 400 yards for the Rams, 330 for the Browns. Big game for the Rams next week. That's what I got to say, guys. Let's get right into the keys to the game grades. For the Browns, whoever plays quarterback, yeah, they did get the ball out quick. They did. The corner did make mistakes too. Jerome Ford, not that many touches though. They did have the ball over 40. Let's go 33 minutes possession. The success rate on second down was not there though. That was honestly the key down where they just weren't there. So offensively, the Browns, I did like what I saw though. I'm being completely honest. They definitely did a good job. So I'm being probably just give them honestly an equal sign. They did a decent job. Defensively, they did not get 6 sacks. They did not play too much man, but they didn't triple Cup either. Cooper Kupp, again, they did a good job doubling him. Puka killed you, though. Denzel Ward didn't play. Tutu, again, wasn't much of the game plan, and they did bracket a decent much. And obviously, they did not give up under 30 yards. The Rams' offense was unbelievable in the second half on third down. Yeah, not the greatest defensive game. Probably 6 minuses. Time for the Rams. For the Rams, get Cooper the ball on play action? No, but he did get a couple catches. Kyron Williams got a touches, and obviously Stafford was really good at not getting killed. They didn't give him a sack, guys. But offensively for the Rams, I will give them 5 pluses. 36 points is 36 points. But they're going to have to play out of their minds next week if they're going to beat the Ravens. Defensively, not suffocating for what is called but this went from play from Darren Kendrick. A little bit of both, a little bit of oh god, and a little bit of nice play. Akello, good day game, and Aaron Donald did not have 5 pressures. I think he had 3 or 4. But Rams defense, good job. I don't know, 2 probably no plus. They were wildly inconsistent, to be completely honest. No, 2 pluses. They made some big plays. All you have for the Rams, guys. Let's get right into America's Game of the Week. And yeah, the Niners are legit. Like, they're the best team in the league type of crap. Like, it's not even close. They're really, really good. Yeah, here are the highlights, if you can even call that. This thing was a freaking slaughter.
It has gone away now. Temperatures relatively warm, 52 degrees, a little bit of breeze. Man, it just feels right. 4th and 9. Hurts over the middle. A.J. Brown in stride. Makes a man miss in a big game. Brown into Niners territory and inside the 40. Yards out. And Elliott gives the Eagles the early lead. So good opening drive. Here's Elliott from 39 yards out, and it's perfect. He's got time. Gets it out to Kittle. Nobody there. George Kittle, room to roll. Inside the 20, and Kittle barrels down to the 10. Fake to Samuel. Purdy rolling, throwing. Ayuk holds on, and he's got it for the touchdown. McCaffrey, left side, walks in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, they're not gonna. They're gonna throw it, and he's protected. And he goes far side of the field. McCaffrey wide open inside the 20 in a big game. The first time in the backfield today. Fake it to him. It's Samuel on the end around. Has a block. Samuel sprinting towards the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brotherly shove again. Hurts is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Purdy pressure, throws over the middle, caught by Samuel, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and speed now! Samuel racing to the end zone, and he dives, and he's in! This, Purdy, back, delivers, caught again into first down. Jennings with a great move, and he's going to score! Juwan Jennings shoved Eli Ricks out of the way. 2nd and goal. Now comes pressure, Hurts floating in the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Devontae Smith. So next week will be monstrous. As Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Touchdown 49ers.
And the Niners go into Philly and baptize the Eagles with a 42-19. Yeah, it was just as bad as the score tells you. 9-3 go to the Niners with their 3rd straight win. You don't want to play this team right now. No, wait, their 4th straight win. Eagles fall at 10-2. I wouldn't say they're definitely not frauds, but yeah, they gotta beat the Cowboys next week. Yeah, Niners got the Seahawks. Brock Purdy was really good. 314 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not all of that was obviously air yards, but he was really good there. CMC did his normal stuff, 93 yards and touchdown, over 100 total yards with what is called the 3 catches for 40 yards. Deebo Samuel with a 46-yard touchdown and the 45-yard touchdown. All yak, 4-1 for 116 and a touchdown overall. George Kittle had some big plays. Brandon Ayuk was really solid overall, 546 and a touchdown. And Juwan Jennings also got a touchdown, tossing Elijah Ricks probably into San Fran. Something like that. And obviously Elijah Mitchell had some decent carries as well. With Deebo Samuel also running in a touchdown, 3 total in the day. You have him in fantasy. You should be really lucky because he had a huge day. Defensively, yeah, they absolutely dominated. Like, up front, they were just absolutely killing them. I mean, Javon Kinlaw had, like, 8 straight plays where he was just shoving Sui Opeta in the backfield. It was gross. Best, by far, game of his career. It's not even close. Like, for a bust, great. Travis Ward, again, A.J. Brown, garbage time numbers and all that crap, but he did do a good job against them. And both safeties were great in coverage and tackling. Those collected great performance. Defensively, Eagles, though. Jalen Hurts, garbage time numbers, but he did have a touchdown, and the running game was just non-existent. They could have ran the ball better than they did, though. The offensive line wasn't great either. A.J. Brown, again, garbage time numbers. Devontae Smith had 9 for 96 and a touchdown. Again, this is a little bit deceiving, but they did do at least a decent job, again, not getting completely dominated the whole game, I guess. Nicholas Morrow's a bum. That's probably, he's not a bum. He's a good tackler, but they need a guy like Shaq Leonard who's going to come in, who's going to actually be a good linebacker, because they lost T.J. Edwards. Again, you can talk all the fact, again, his eye discipline is bad. T.J. Edwards, of course, now on the Bears. His eye discipline was bad on the Eagles. But he was a very good tackler and a very, which kind of sounds crazy, a very disciplined and, like, obedient, I guess you could say, player in terms of fact and coverage, and the fact that he's really good at sticking to what is called holes. He does have bad eye discipline. I get the fact. When the motion starts coming, he gets screwed up. I get that. Again, I'm kind of ranting here, but, again, when it comes to maintaining gaps and making sure they don't get too big, Nicholas Morrow gave way too many of those and just got absolutely cooked in this one. Reed Blankenship, switching with Kevin Byard. He should be playing free safety now. I mean, again, I get Kevin Byard's lost step and isn't as fast or as dominant, per se, but he's more responsible than Reed Blankenship. He had a rough game. Son Reddick had a sack. Fletcher Cockle had a sack. Yeah, this defense was bad. Stats-wise, big plays for the Niners had over 450, outgained by 100. Yeah, this was complete domination, guys. Yeah, whew. The Niners are really good. Yes, it gets back they over-relied on big plays, but, yeah, they're getting 8 pluses, guys. 42 points against the Eagles is not easy. Defensively, Fred Warner not having his shoulder torn off in the first quarter, that did help. Bring a huge hit or two from Demetrius Flanagan-Flowers on, no, that was actually Diamond Lenore. He absolutely killed DeAndre Swift. Jalen Hurts also got mauled, too. That actually might have been Demetrius Flanagan-Flowers. I think that was him. And the corners got to beat the hell out of AJ, especially Devontae Smith. They definitely did a good job there. Everything I said. I will give them 10 pluses, though, because they actually have a lot of yards, like, overall. So, 7 pluses, guys. That defense looked really good. Now, let's talk about the Eagles. Simply put, they got off track in that first quarter. If they actually started to try to run the football, they would have won this game. I would know they wouldn't have won this game, but they would have at least had a shot. Jalen was decisive on zone reads when he got killed. DeAndre Swift lowering his shoulder. No, he got killed again. Kenneth Gainwell didn't play really at all, and they did not turn over the football in the fourth quarter because they were already getting killed. I mean, this offense, they actually got taken to them up front, which is kind of rare to say. And none of the receivers really responded to much. I mean, A.J. Brown kind of just, like, got in a tussle. So, that's really about it for this offense, guys. Like, 6 minuses. That's not even going to win games. Defensively, Darius playing off on third down. Yeah, and he got absolutely just destroyed in, in pursuit. James Bradbury was terrible, and Jalen Carter was just completely taken out of the game on the first snap. So, not like literally, but like figuratively. Defensively, though, same probably type of thing, but 8 minuses, because if you give up that much yak yardage to the Niners, they're just going to keep dicing you up, because you can't stop it. That's all I got for the Eagles, guys. Time for the Sunday night game. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in this one. Here we go. Here are the highlights.
31 degrees on the first Sunday of December at 1265 Lombardi Avenue. Legendary Lambeau Field. Love fakes. Boom. End zone. Ben Sims. First NFL touchdown. And Lambeau lead. At the end of the quarter. Guess they're going to let him get it off here.
Packers upset the Chiefs with a 27-19 win in the second game ever between Jordan Love and Patrick Mahomes. And yep, Jordan Love, what a turnaround for the Packers. They won 4 out of their last 5 games. And yeah, don't ask me how the heck they've done it, but they are in a very good spot to make the playoffs right now. They just got to beat the Vikings in like week 18 or something like that. No biggie. Yeah, it might be, but whatever. Yeah, they moved to 6-6. They got a game against the it's not that good. Who's that guy they're playing? They're playing the Giants on Monday night next week. They should be able to win that. Chiefs, on the other hand, they're playing the Bills in what it will be a crucial game if they want to get the 1 seed. Because if they lose that game, they're not getting the 1 seed. But I don't even think they're winning. I'm worried about that right now because they don't have a guy to throw the football to. Travis Kelce, I'm sorry guys, he's been probably the 7th or 8th best tight end this year, and for him that's not good. Rashee Rice is kind of getting open, but he's just not running routes efficiently. That's the problem. He's not getting open fast enough. And they don't have a guy to scheme it to. Again, the Chiefs scheme is built off a good running game, which they had. Isaiah Pacheco was really good in this game, 110 yards and a touchdown. Mahomes having those quick RPOs. These guys are not running the routes or commuting. It's all about trust with this Chiefs offense, and they just don't have a receiver that can consistently do that. MVS, I'm at a loss for words for him. He's got the ability to make plays, but he just doesn't. Obviously, that BS pass interference crap. Again, the officiating, you can talk all you want about it, but the way the Chiefs played, the officiating was honestly just as good as they were, because the Chiefs were bad in this game. Mahomes' interception was on him. That was a bad throw. Again, you can like, man, you should have run upfield. No! Throw it underneath to him. That's where he was open and had the position to catch the football. Touchdown, though, was okay, I guess, but yeah, this Chiefs offense is a complete mess right now, and they've got to figure out a way to get the ball to these receivers in a way where the fact they do not have to make decisions by themselves, because again, they're not going to read these hot routes, because again, the Packers are bringing all the blitzes in the world. The Chiefs cannot beat it. They got to figure out a way to get these receivers in the right spot so that at least they have a chance to make a play, because they're just not. They can't in the first place. They're not going to get open on it by themselves, and no individual crap. But even when you scheme it up, it's still not working. You got to figure out a way to get to the football where they have a very high chance, like set up for success type of crap. Defensively, though, they got absolutely diced up in coverage. I mean, when the Jordan Love 4th down play was just completely ridiculous. I mean, the corners got exposed in this game, guys. You can't give up that type of plays. But I will be honest, the safeties did not help them out. They did not do a good job at maintaining their gaps, their leverage, what it's called, in the middle of the field, as well as the linebackers completely abandoning it. That too, like the middle of the field was open the whole darn game, and the pressure just wasn't consistent at all. Charles Mannion was really the only guy winning 1-on-1. George Karlaftis struggled mightily in this game. They did not do a great job against the run. But I mean, guys, the Packers, the Chiefs defense can't be great every week. But the Packers, Jordan Love had basically his 4th straight really good game. I wouldn't say it was good as the game against the Chargers, but considering the Chargers defense is much worse than the Chiefs, probably his best game as a player. Obviously, he really showed out in front of the whole country. 270 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jordan Love was awesome. I think, yeah, took a couple of sacks, but you watch Aaron Rodgers back in, what was it, last year even? Or when MVP year, like both of them, he took sacks. I'm good with this with Jordan Love. But as long as he's not turning over the football, going through his reads, confidence galore, that's what you want to see out of him because Jordan Love looked ridiculous. Running game. It was there. I mean, it was actually decent. But Romeo Dobson, of course, those big catches. Christian Watson, honestly, probably his best game of his career. Outside of that one game he had against the Cowboys, 71 and 2 touchdowns for him. Dontavian Wicks was good on 3rd down. Again, none of these were 1-read plays. A lot of them were actually 3 or 4 reads. So again, I'm good with that. Glenn Sims also got a touchdown. Defensively, they were all good. Sure. Team stats. 382 yards for the Packers. Looking at, yeah, okay. Packers would guess better on 3rd down, but I just kidding. It was really coming down to that last drive, and the Packers just simply brought the blitz, guys. That's all I got to say about that defense. Right in the keys of the game, grace for both these teams to end this thing, though. For the Chiefs offense, I already talked about it. When you can't throw the football against the blitz, and your running game is basically your really only thing you can rely on at times, it's not good. Patrick Mahomes, again, he wasn't perfect. You definitely didn't have a good game, but it's just so bad. You don't have a receiver, guys. 5 minuses. Defensively, you bring 5 on 3rd down. Yep, relying trying to no, they did not do enough there against the run. And Derek Nottie was just there, I guess. Nothing really. Defensively, probably like 6 minuses. That got ridiculous at some points. They did not do a good job at all in coverage. Really undisciplined. Now let's talk about the Packers. For the Packers offense, Jordan Love going through his reads and adjusting to protection adjustments. He did that really well. Again, he was actually going through reads and reading the field pre-snap, which I'm just baffled by because just a couple weeks ago he wasn't able to do that. So it's kind of crazy. But reading the whole field with Christian Watson, yep. And Romeo Dobbs didn't have 110 yards, but he did have a good game. Packers offense looked probably the best they've looked, 6 pluses. Defensively, they were good. Carrington Valentin made a lot of tackles in zone, which, again, is not his strength. But, again, he's been really good for them. Jonathan Owens was okay, but wasn't very, really aggressive in the red, in the red zone in terms of coverage. 5 or less third down conversions allowed after the first quarter. They gave up, 2, I think, in the first quarter, something like that. It wasn't terrible, I guess. But for this defense, I'll probably give them 3 pluses. Again, I don't think it was all of them, but again, honestly, probably 2 pluses. I don't think this defense actually played too great. They definitely did a good job, though. And that's all I got for Packers, guys, and that's all I got for the NFL Week 13 Sunday recap. Hope you guys enjoyed Monday Night Football. I'll have you the recap for that tomorrow as well. And yeah, see you for that.
I had my purpose already. So the biggest thing was just stay true to myself, and I had the right support system around me to uplift me.
Congratulations, Jalen.
Thank you. Roll Tide!